Hello fellow grower, I'm back again and welcome to my channel, The Late Grower. Now this video is again about dragon fruit, but this time I'd like to share with you the progress of the dragon fruit cuttings that I got from my mother plant. You see, I have three young dragon fruit cuttings. They were all taken August 27 of this year. So they're about 5 weeks since they were taken from the mother plant. Now this one, 2 weeks after I took them from the mother plant, I potted in this container. Okay, so I just allowed it to dry for 2 weeks. While these three have been drying right now for around 5 weeks already, and the bottom is already fully dried. Okay, now I potted this one after just 2 weeks of drying as a kind of experiment. I wanted to see if it can grow even when it is not yet fully dried. And right now, I potted it at September 13, 2017. And right now, it's been, what, around 3 weeks that it has been in this pot, and it has not yet shown any sign of growth. Okay, so it is not yet doing anything. I would say I just water it once a week when the soil is drying, but I don't water that much. Now I think it is now time to plant these other two, but before I do that, I'd like to see the progress of this cutting that I sorry sorry for the noise. I'd like to see the progress of this cutting that I put in here around 3 weeks ago. Uh, I don't know if it has already rooted, and I don't know if you can see also, it is kind of not fully attached. It is not resisting actually. So I'd like to see if this one has roots already after 3 weeks of being in this pot. So let us just. I'm not. I'm not feeling any resistance. So maybe might just as well pull this out. It's coming out. It's coming out. Uh, I don't know if it has rotten already, but we'll soon find out. Okay, it is right now growing a top root. It has a small root at the bottom. I don't know if you can see. There is also this one. So this one is alive. This cutting is alive. Okay, so I will bury it. Okay, just a sec. I will pause. So 3 weeks of being buried, it has not shown any growth on the outside, but at the same time, it has grown, starting to grow actually a top root. This small extension here. When I planted it, it looked like this with no extension. So it's possible to grow, to root, even a young grape dragon fruit. Sorry. It is possible to root even a young stem of a dragon fruit plant. Okay, let me just put it back. Just make sure it is not broken. Okay, so with that development, I will now proceed to grow these other two young uh, dragon fruit stems. Okay. Okay, what I did with the first one was that I put the rooting hormone actually all around the body, the last bottom 2 inches. But as what we saw earlier, the top root grew from the bottom. No roots grew from the body. So this time, I will just put rooting hormones here at the very bottom. Since this is where the top root comes out. And since it is not growing roots from the body, might as well focus the rooting hormone at the bottom. Okay, let's do the same thing here with this one. Put some rooting hormone. And let it stay for about 2 to 3 minutes. Okay, so I'll just leave it for about 2 to 3 minutes and then we'll pot them up. Okay, the soil is ready. It's damp. It's not too wet and not too dry and just about right. Okay, so it's already 5 minutes. So we're going to put this. It's best to make a hole first, no, and put this dragon fruit cutting about 2 inches, at least 2 inches deep. Put it in the center. This is the same way that I applied by growing the other one, by rooting the other one. And as you can see, after 3 weeks, we saw the top root already. So it's a successful method, I would say. Okay, so I will do the other one using the same method. It's been soaking in rooting hormone for 5 minutes already. Okay, so that's how I grow dragon fruit cuttings, and I think it's a good method that you can also apply when you try to grow your own, even though you're using a young dragon fruit cutting such as this one. They're actually very young, but after letting them dry, the first one I let it dry for just 2 weeks. But these two, they've been drying for 5 weeks, so I think it's just about time that they go into the pot and start rooting them. Thank you so much for watching and hope to see you in my next video. Bye-bye!